everybody, this is Dave Schmidt, and right now with me we're going to talk a little bit of baseball, and thanks to the rain today, I don't think he thinks that, but Coach Mike McClellan, the head baseball coach at Rockford Christian, had his Sectional Championship game canceled today, and we're proud to have him with us today. First of all, Coach, congratulations on a great season so far for the Royal Lions.
Yeah, thanks. It has been a special season. I think we had some high expectations coming in, but as always, things kind of had to fall into place, and they kind of have, and our kids have, they've had a very positive and very, just a great attitude all year, and it's turned into a pretty special year for us so far, and we're hoping to keep it going. 31
wins. Did you ever think that would happen, or was you guys pretty well figured we're going to have a good year like that?
No, yeah, we had 25 last year, and we only lost one player from last year's team. So we knew we had a great nucleus coming back, and I don't think we necessarily set a number on it. We're 32-6 right now, heading into the sectional final, and I think we thought, the kids thought coming in that we could win it as many or more games than last year, and it's turned out really well, and hopefully we can continue to build.
They don't make it easy for you as a coach. They like those late inning dramas to happen a lot for you.
Yeah, we've had a few of those so far. So they're exciting, and really a testament to our kids again. This is the first time in school history that we've won a regional championship. The last 2 years we got beat in the regional finals in some very good close games again, but that was our goal coming in, was to take the next step and to get over the hump and beat some good teams when it matters. And, so far so good, I guess.
The last game you beat Morrison in 8 innings, 2-0, and Brandon Williams combined with a relief guy, and he had 11 Ks in 7 1/3 innings. What a performance.
Yeah, Brandon actually had 11 by himself, and then Nolan Guzowski came in and struck out 2 more in the 8th,
Wow.
So they ended up with 13. But yeah, it was a very dominant pitching performance. And again, you don't want to take anything away from their pitcher either. He was very dominant, and we were able to, it took us extra innings to finally get to him, but we had some pretty good at-bats throughout the game and hit some balls right at people. And, it was, as a coach, you never want to wait until the 8th to score, but it worked out that way. And Brandon, made it, I shouldn't say made it easy on us, but kept some of the pressure off our guys, too, just with how good he was on the mound. They never really threatened to score. And so I felt, if we can break through here and score or get a couple runs, and give their kid credit, too. He was equally as tough as Brandon, and it was real pitcher's duel.
I think in the Warren-Stockton game, you guys had a walk-off home run in the 8th inning. Is that correct, too?
Yes, we did.
And, you win it all kinds of ways. You guys, that's got to make you feel good as a coach that your kids know they're always in a ball game no matter what.
Yeah, that's a great point. Our pitching's been outstanding all year, and usually when you put together seasons like this, especially at the high school level, your pitching's going to be really good, and ours has been. But probably the next most impressive thing about our kids is that we don't have any real superstars in our lineup, but what we have is 9 guys who are tough to get out. And the young man, Jake Google, who hit the walk-off home against Warren Stockton, is hitting 8th for us. And prior to his walk-off, our leadoff guy, Dave Frisbee, who's a sophomore, hit a 3-run homer to tie it. So, we've had 3 or 4 kids hit 2 or 3 home runs this year, and neither one of those guys had been one of them. So when you've got, now I think we've got 6 different guys in our lineup now who hit home run this year, and that's kind of the strength of our offense, is that all of our guys can do damage, and when you don't have to rely on 1 or 2 guys all the time, it helps you as the season goes.
I think I looked at your roster. You have 5 seniors, and I think they've all graduated already, right?
Yeah, six seniors.
6 of them, okay.
And yeah, they've graduated. So yeah, we're out of school. So this is a nice, fun after-school ride for them. I think they're really enjoying it, and but it is kind of cool too, because they don't, the pressure of final exams and that is kind of passed now. And I think sometimes that allows kids to settle down and then, be a little bit more effective too.
You know, you were scheduled to play the Forreston co-op team, and Forreston's had some luck this year with some going to state finals in like basketball and winning the football and things like that. They give you a really good challenge, won't they?
Absolutely. It's ironic, and I don't know if you knew this or not, but I actually teach at Forreston.
Oh, really? There we go.
Yeah. So I was a part of that football staff in the fall. We won the state championship. I coach. In fact, their head coach and I teach right next to each other. We're in rooms right next to each other, and we coach football together. So there's it's a fun rivalry, and we're having fun with each other about razzing each other a little bit about who's going to win this game. And the kids that we'll play against on Monday night, I've all coached. So it's pretty cool.
That's more of an advantage for you probably. You know those kids a lot better than they know your kids.
Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, I agree with you. I do know them pretty well. You know, they've had for those guys to win the state football title and then go to state in basketball and then be on the verge of it here is pretty special. And, you know, it says a lot about the coaches there, outstanding coaches. And it also says a lot about the kids. They're high character kids who are very competitive. So, we know we have our work cut out for us. And but it's going to be a great day. It's, you know, we know that there's going to be a really good team that's really well coached, hopefully coming out of this sectional. So, but yeah, no, it's been fun.
And being around that type of program for you as a coach helps too, because you know what it feels like to get in those situations. If you with the coach with the football team and see what the basketball does, it just helps you prepare your kids as you get ready.
Absolutely, and I've used some of the experiences that I've had at Forreston have helped me with my kids, and that's what I kind of talk to them. I make sure that they know that, hey, your opponent on Monday is, those guys have done a lot of winning. They kind of expect to win, and and that's really the next step for us too. Is we've had a lot of success now the last couple of regular seasons, and then as a coach, you always want to hope that at some point that turns into postseason success. So that's we're kind of trying to follow in their footsteps a little bit and see how far we can take it.
I think I see a McClellan on that roster too. Any relation there, Coach?
Yeah. In fact, last year we lost one-run game to Rockford Christian in the regional final. And my oldest boy is the only guy who graduated. So there was two until this year. But yeah, Jake's our catcher, and he's kind of he's really developed into a good young defensive catcher who's continuing to get better at the plate. But he's kind of been the cornerstone of our defense for sure. He's just very solid behind the plate. And again, what's going on between the mound and the plate is always a big part of baseball, and in high school especially. When things are going well between the mound and the plate, that gives you a chance to win every game you're in. So,
how fun is that for you?
It's been very good.
How fun is that for you as a dad to have your kid on the team like that?
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's really special when it's your son and you have your boy involved. But this whole group of kids is, of the 6 seniors, 4 of them have been on the varsity for 4 years. So I've gotten to know, a lot of times when you coach high school and you're a varsity coach, you get a kid for a year or two, they break through as a junior or a senior, especially at larger schools. But here I've had 4 of these 6 seniors for 4 years, so you get a chance to know the kids beyond just coaching them. And it's just a really, really great group of kids, and they play well together. You can tell that they care about each other, and that part of it makes it really special. And to have my son be a part of it's pretty cool.
When you look at that, what you're telling me is that sometimes when kids figure out that everything's going to be the same, they build on something, it helps to be there for a few years to grow something like this, and it's paying off this year.
Absolutely, no question about it. I think I was pretty sure we were going to be pretty good on the baseball side of it, but I think that's the difference between the teams that win consistently and win even at the highest level. It's the chemistry, it's the relationships that players and coaches have that I think kind of separate the best teams from a lot of the better teams, which is just how much do you believe in each other, and are you you truly all together, and are you all pulling for each other? And that's kind of been the cool thing about this year, is I feel like we've taken that to another level in terms of just of our team chemistry.
You know, we look at this, you got rained out today. You're not playing until Monday at 7 o'clock over at Byron against the team you're familiar with. How does this throw off your pitching, especially if you have to go right away over to a super sectional with the win over Forreston?
Yeah, it doesn't affect us too much. We're going to throw Alec Powell. He's a junior who is, he's 9-0 right now, and his ERA's like .0358. He's just been lights out this year. He's been very consistent. We were going to throw him today or Monday. It probably actually helps Forreston a little bit more, just because now Coach Zick will have the choice as to who he wants to throw. He could probably bring Schneiderman back if he wanted to. He threw on Wednesday, and now he'll be on full rest. So we were going to go with Paolo anyway, and then turn around probably and start Williams in the super sectional. So it'll help us a little bit in that it'll give Brandon another day off, but Alec was on full rest anyway. So, yeah, at this time of the year with the weather and stuff like that,
Yeah.
When you have rain, it's not ideal, but you just gotta keep going, and then you gotta trust the guys who have got it done for you, and that's kind of what we're going to do.
And before I let you go, I noticed you guys redid your field this year, right? Is that, according to what I saw, does that help give the kids the spirit when they see that the school cares about their facilities for them?
Yeah, and since I've been there, in the 5 years I've been there, there's been a lot of real nice improvements. Eric, who's our head grounds guy over there, works extremely hard, and he's done a lot of nice things to the field. The field's been improving every year, and I think that they kind of resodded the edges of the infield and really cleaned things up, and it's a nice field to play on, and hopefully we'll be hosting some tournament action here in the next couple of years.
Well, thanks, Coach, so much for taking time. I know you wanted to be playing baseball today, but you got till Monday, and what a great season you've had, and thanks for being on our show today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
We've been talking to Mike McClellan, the head baseball coach at Rockford Christian. They'll take on Forreston Monday in the sectional finals after winning their first ever regional. For the StatelineSportsHub.com, I'm Dave Schmidt.